Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of remote desktop tools. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to install and set up Rustdesk Remote Desktop Server on Ubuntu 24.04 using Docker. Rustdesk is an excellent open source alternative to tools like TeamViewer or AnyDesk, offering full control over your server. Let's get started. One standout feature of Rustdesk is the ability to self-host the server infrastructure. Unlike many remote desktop solutions that rely on proprietary cloud services, Rustdesk allows users to set up their relay server and rendezvous point. This ensures complete control over data, enhanced privacy and security, reduced dependency on third-party services. Rustdesk is available on multiple platforms, including Windows, macOS, Linux, various distributions, Android, iOS. This cross-platform compatibility ensures that users can connect devices regardless of their operating system. Let me download the client app and install it on my Linux Mint machine so we see how it works. Rustdesk is designed to be easy to use. It doesn't require extensive configuration to get started, making it accessible to both technical and non-technical users. Rustdesk includes features typically found in commercial remote desktop software, such as file transfer between devices, clipboard sharing, customizable UI and functionality, multi-monitor support for enhanced productivity. The use cases for Rustdesk are: remote work, connect to office computers securely while working from home. IT support, provide technical support to clients or team members remotely. Education, enable educators and students to collaborate remotely. Personal use, access your home PC or share files with friends and family. Launch Rustdesk, and you will receive a unique ID and password for your device. To connect remotely to another machine, enter the ID and password of the target device to initiate a secure remote desktop session. Rustdesk uses its publicly hosted servers to manage connections and facilitate remote sessions for users who prioritize privacy and control. Rustdesk allows you to set up your own relay and rendezvous servers, and this option eliminates reliance on Rustdesk's public servers, ensuring that all data remains within your controlled environment. You can just purchase a subscription and have your own private server if you do not want to go through all the trouble of configuring one for yourself. Anyway, in this video, we shall configure one ourselves manually. I will configure it on my VPS Ubuntu 24.04 machine. If you want a VPS, check out the links in the video description. You should have Docker installed before we start. You can use this command to check if it says active, then Docker is installed. If you don't already have Docker installed, check the videos in the description on how to install it. Let us create a new user with sudo privileges instead of us using the root account. This command will add the new user to the sudo group. Switch to the new user. Test if the new user has sudo privileges. Let us now set up a directory for Rustdesk. This will create a folder named Rustdesk in your home directory and navigate into it. Now we'll create a Docker Compose file to configure Rustdesk. Paste in the following lines. The config is in the link in the video description. The Docker command option, network mode, :host, is used to configure a container to use the host's network stack directly. The container bypasses Docker's default network isolation and directly shares the host's network interfaces. All network traffic from the container appears as if it originates directly from the host. Any ports opened in the container are accessible on the host without additional port mapping. This ideal for applications needing ultra-low latency networking like gaming servers or real-time communication software. This configuration creates two containers, HBBS for the Rustdesk server and HBBR for relay services. Save and exit by pressing Ctrl+O, Enter, and Ctrl+X. There are no servers running. To start the Rustdesk server, run this command. This command will download the Rustdesk images and start the containers. Configuring the Rustdesk client to connect to your self-hosted Rustdesk server involves several steps. You should have the IP address or domain name of your self-hosted Rustdesk server. If you do not have a domain, you can buy one from Namecheap. The link is in the video description. You should create an A record pointing to the Rustdesk server in your DNS. As you can see, it now says ready, and the create your own server message has disappeared, meaning we are now connected to our own server. I have another machine with Ubuntu 24.04 installed, and the Rustdesk client app is also installed. I will now try to connect to it. Make sure the domain name of the Rustdesk is entered correctly in the client app. Rustdesk clients require a key or ID for secure connections when connecting through a custom Rustdesk server. The key ensures the connection is encrypted and authenticated, adding an extra layer of security. Input the key in your client app as admin. The one initiating the connection should have the key. If connection does not work, you can share the key. It is used to verify the identity of your custom server and establish a secure connection. The key is typically generated during the setup of your self-hosted Rustdesk server. Keep the server's private key secure. It should never be shared with anyone you do not trust. The private key is critical for server-side encryption and authentication. Let us try connecting now, even if the other client does not have the private key. There we go. A connection has been established. You can either enter the password of the remote machine appearing on the client app, or the person on the other side has to accept the connection. See, we are now connected to the remote Ubuntu machine. The Rustdesk client app is a feature-rich app. For example, you can easily transfer files between local and remote systems, supports file transfer in both directions, allowing seamless collaboration. Clipboard sharing syncs the clipboard between the local and remote systems, enabling copy-paste functionality across devices. Simple setup, intuitive interface, suitable for both tech-savvy and non-technical users. Now let us try to connect from a Windows machine to a Linux machine. First, let us download the Windows Rustdesk app client. Let me now enter the ID for the Ubuntu machine. Since both clients do not have the key, you will get this error. Since I'm the one initiating the connection, let me enter the key. There we go. We are now able to connect to the Linux machine from Windows. If you want, you can also set up an Nginx reverse proxy. Setting up an Nginx reverse proxy for your Rustdesk server enhances security and allows you to expose your Rustdesk services relay and rendezvous securely over HTTPS. First, you need to install Nginx before you run this command. Nginx is already installed on my system. This command will install certbot and the Nginx plugin to automate the certificate installation and configuration. Obtain and install an SSL certificate. Use certbot to acquire and install an SSL certificate for your domain. Replace rust.domain here info with your actual subdomain. After certbot completes the installation, verify that Nginx is correctly configured and running with SSL. You need to open ports on your firewall if you're running a firewall. There is an official article that explains everything in the description. I'm not running URW myself. These are just net tools that I will use to check out what ports are open on my system. These are the ports open on my system. We did not finish the Nginx reverse proxy. Create a new Nginx configuration file for Rustdesk. This file will configure Nginx to forward requests from your subdomain to the Rustdesk server. Add the following configuration to the file. Replace rustdesk.example.com with your actual subdomain. save and close the file, and then test the engine configuration for errors. If no errors are found, restart Nginx to apply the new configuration. And that's it. You now have a fully functional Rustdesk remote desktop server running on Ubuntu 24.04 using Docker. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tech tutorials, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.